This is inverted vitrectomy. Double peel for taut epiretinal membrane with ILM peel under brilliant blue in a small pupil. The patient is pseudophakic and had a pretty small pupil. This is a 23-gauge vitrectomy. The patient had a previous retinal detachment with 360 degrees laser. An Air Fluid Exchange AFX was performed quite fast since there was no vitreous. We are here pouring in brilliant blue on the macular surface after a complete AFX. After fluid was back in, we observed a cool bluish tint on the macula. So the epiretinal membrane was removed with a 25G forceps. I like to use these serrated forceps, most of the time a grab-and-go technique. The contrast created at the interface between the epiretinal membrane and the internal limiting membrane makes it easier to visualize the membrane and interwoven tissue in between, so as to separate the epiretinal tissue, leaving the ILM more evident with the same stain. It is important to distinguish the friable and stretchy IRM epiretinal membrane from the rigid and stiff ILM internal limiting membrane as we are peeling the first nail. We now go after the ILM in a deeper approach, but that was not hard because the stain with brilliant blue was pretty good. We used the same 25G forceps. We remove as much ILM as we can, grabbing and re-grabbing at the base of the flap frequently to maintain control. We could grab and re-grab it several times, holding always its edges and performing the spinning movement around the foveal center. The peel was further extended, aiming to free the foveal area of any traction or contraction. And the laser was the next step of the surgery so as to protect retinal periphery. Another Air Fluid Exchange was finally carried out and the patient was left with a non-expansible gas concentration. Thank you very much for your attention.